Welcome to the Brasileiro podcast, and we're finally at the good part of the state championships. Today I'm going to preview the Paulistão playoffs. And the first match is São Paulo versus Penapolense. This is at the Morumbi, and São Paulo has been looking a lot better lately. Muricy was struggling to find the right formula in midfield. He wasn't getting enough creativity. But it seems ever since Souza came over from Grêmio that they seem more stable in midfield and they're winning more balls. And Gonzo has actually played better. Gonzo has gotten a lot of criticism from Muricy, but he's at least stepped up his game a little bit. And they've been creating a lot of chances. I personally thought they should have kept Jadson. But at the end of the day, if you have Pabon, Luis Fabiano, Osvaldo, and Gonzo leading your attack, you're always going to be dangerous. I don't think Penapolense is going to put up much of an effort against São Paulo. I really think São Paulo is going to roll through here. Although Penapolense had really good games against Santos, and they recently had a draw against Corinthians. But other than that, they don't have a lot of quality like some of the other small teams. So yeah, São Paulo to advance easy. The next match, which I think is the most intriguing, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Santos fan, is Santos versus Ponte Preta. And Ponte, they've lost a lot of players. They lost Hildo de Santos. They've lost Baraka. They've lost even more players like Uendo, the Corinthians. But they seem to keep reinventing themselves with low-cost, smart signings. I really like this Rossi kid on the wing. And Alemão has came back from Europe, and he has been pretty damn good for Ponte, even though they had to loan him out last year. But with that being said, I don't think Ponte Preta has enough to beat Santos, particularly since it's at the Vila Belmiro. And I think Santos has been the most dominating team of this Paulistão or the state championships, period. And I want to find someone who can tell me who's playing better football than Santos. I'm not talking defensive football, but I'm talking offensive football going forward. Osvaldo, he's almost been playing a 4-2-4 at times, and this team is so fun to watch that you almost can't take your eyes off it. But there are defensive frailties, and I think that's going to come back to bite Santos later in the tournament and in the Brasileirão, but I don't think it's going to bite them against Ponte Preta. Although Ponte Preta can be deadly on the counterattack. Just ask Palmeiras, just ask Corinthians. Ponte Preta can get a scalp any day, so I'm not counting them out. But I think Santos is going to dominate here, and I expect a few goals from Leandro Damião, and especially these two wingers, Thiago Ribeiro and Giovanni, have been outstanding this Paulistão. And then you even have wingers off the bench like Hildo, and Gabriel's even been starting. My only worry about Santos in general is the volante position, especially since Osvaldo's so attacking. They've been using Aroca and Cicero as volantes, who aren't the most defensive players. But overall, I think Santos is really dangerous, and I picked them to win this whole thing. The next match is Palmeiras against Bragantino. And I don't expect much from Bragantino here, although I would probably say they are the most organized team in the Paulistão. They like to put 10 guys behind the ball and play a lot of defense. I believe they use 3 center backs a lot. And they do have some counterattacking punch, but I don't think they have enough to even put Palmeiras under threat. And about Palmeiras, Lucio, he came over, but their center back position is really weak, and their back four in general is weak, and they can be exposed at any moment. I just don't know if Bragantino's the team to expose it. But with that being said about Palmeiras, I love their attack this year. Valdivia, Bruno Cesar, Wesley's been hurt, but when he's in, he is deadly from the volante position coming forward. And Kardecki has had a great season at striker, and also Leandro is a very good player. So when they're going forward, not a lot of teams can match Palmeiras, and I think they've been going under the radar with how good this attacking is from their team. And I really feel like they play at a good tempo. They're moving the ball nice, and I expect them to create lots of chances and to definitely win this one pretty easily. I don't think this one's going to even be a game personally. The final match of the round is Botafogo São Paulo versus Ituano. And you might know Ituano from being Juninho Paulista's team. He used to play for Middlesbrough. And I really like this Ituano side, and I picked them to win. And I'm borderline going to say you should bet money on Ituano to win here. Ituano's been really good this whole year. They've been quiet, and they've been playing really good defense, but they also have punch and attack. I really like this Volante Paulinho. No, not the Celestão Paulinho, but a different Paulinho who's went under the radar his whole career in Brazil, and this kid can play. I guarantee you that, and I guarantee a big club is going to sign him. And I think Botafogo, Sao Paulo, yeah, they've had a good Paulistão so far, but I don't think they've really been tested to their full potential. And I think Ituano is going to come out here and get the win, and it's going to be fairly easy. And then in the next round, I think Ituano might be able to be a giant killer.